Let's keep this shindig rolling. Up next on stage for you, we've got a guy who just this last year won the Montana Comedy Competition over in Billings from Missoula, Montana. Please give it for Zack Jarvis.
So this is my first set I've ever done with people professionally filming me. So I'm going to have to resist the urge after every joke to just go. We'll see how I do. I made a New Year's resolution, though, to not be drunk on stage anymore. I've done it a few times, and it was fun, but I'm not going to do it anymore. And I've held up today. I'm not drunk. I'm just high on meth. Or as we from Great Falls call it, getting back to our roots. But yeah, I'm from Great Falls originally, and every time I go back, something just kind of scary happens, because it's just kind of a scary place. For instance, I was driving through traffic to get home, and I stopped at a red light, and a car pulled up next to me, straight out of like a meth commercial. Like, you don't want to follow this car or have it following you late at night. And I have to look inside, so I look over, and there's this guy just doing this in the car, just like he's swatting invisible flies, and the light's red, and then he just goes, ah! And just speeds off through the red light, back to the crack den he belongs to. And I feel like, so normal people from maybe Livingston or somewhere else, when they see that, they're like, that's really scary, maybe I should call the cops. But me being from Great Falls, I just went, it's good to be home. I've missed this place so much. Wonder where my uncle's going. That's gonna be probably to my house. I'll see him there. But yeah, I moved to Missoula a few years ago, and I recently graduated college from there. It's okay, you don't have to clap to that. I paid a lot of money for that applause, but it's okay. It's all right. Just thousands of dollars to not get applause. No, don't. It's too late. It's too late. Don't do that. I don't need your applause. I'm here. I have a degree, and I'm here. So that's how well that $1,000 got me. But I moved to Missoula, and after I graduated, I kind of taken toll of my life and realized that things haven't gone the way I thought they would. Like this last year, I had to get a colonoscopy, which for those of you that are was fortunate enough to not know what that is, let me explain it to you. A friendly man, hopefully a doctor, decides that he wants to put a camera up your butt to see what's going on in there. And I'm like, okay, that sounds like a fun Saturday. And so but to do that, like, you can't just shove a camera up there. You have to flush the system out. So to flush the system out, they give you something called Go Lightly, which is 4 gallons of what is essentially drain cleaning fluid. And when I heard the words "Go Lightly," like, I imagined me like in a sundress, like, and standing in a field of sunflowers, and my hair just blowing in the wind, just and I'd just be like, I'm going lightly. It's not what it's like. It should be called Go Hard and Go Fast, because that's what I did for 24 hours. 24 hours! That's how long it takes to flush out the system. And I don't know if any of you have ever gone to bed in fear of pooping yourself. But as I laid myself down to sleep, wrapped in 5 towels, I prayed to God for the first time in a long time, and I went, God, if I don't shit myself tonight, I'll go to church next Sunday. I promise I'll go to church next Sunday. And I haven't been to church recently, so... And the thing is, a lot of you in this room are going to have that coming. Like, it's going to happen someday. Someday a friendly man's going to come up to you and go, it's time. And you'll think about me and you go, oh, shit. I'm that kid now. But yeah, so I had a colonoscopy, and that was a traumatic experience, but not as traumatic as my job. For 2015, I am a janitor. And being a janitor is easily probably the worst job you can ever have, because everyone above you shits, and you're down there with a mop just going, not in the hair, not in the hair, it's fine. But being a janitor, there's something very freeing about it, and that's the ability to not care about whether or not you're fired. It's great. And I used it to hone down my creepy janitor impersonation. Now, when I started, it was really juvenile. I just went, I'm going to kill you. But that didn't work for me on a personal level. But I figured it out one day when I was mopping up, and I work in a gymnasium, so a coach was walking past, and I just went, I'm going to eat your hair. And he just stiffened up. His whole body went stiff, and he slowly walked down the rest of the hallway. And when he got to the end, he slowly turned back, and I'm at the other end just going, Weird thing was he was bald, but he was terrified at the same time. I don't know what he thought I was going to do, but I'm a janitor. I'll figure it out. I'm a man on the edge at all times. As a janitor, you also just hate happiness. It just kind of comes with the job. And there was these cheerleaders that were leaving the gymnasium, and they were laughing and having a good time. And one part of my brain went, oh, good for them. And the other part of my brain went, screw them. So I was vacuuming up the front entrance, and I stopped vacuuming. The vacuum's still running, but I stopped vacuuming, and I just slowly looked up and stared at them for like a good 10 to 20 seconds. And the longer I stared, they just froze, like deer in the headlights, not knowing what was going to happen next. And the vacuum had a turbo function on it that made it suck harder. So I began to rev the vacuum at them. Now, every time I revved the vacuum, they stepped further back down the hall they had just come out of. And finally, I was just like, I'm tired of the game, so I just went, and they ran away, and I have not seen them since. I don't know what they thought I was going to do. They're like, that guy knows his way around a vacuum. I don't want to figure it out. Like, I'm going to suck him up. I don't know. Attack him with the hose. I don't know. But I'd figure it out again. I'm a janitor. I have a lot of time to myself to just kind of figure out how to murder people with cleaning equipment. Don't film that. Don't put that in the recording. Anyways, I also, as a janitor, just kind of creepy things happen around you. It was late at night, like midnight. I was cleaning up the gymnasium, and I had to go into the girls' bathroom. So I did the whole thing like, hey, is anybody in here? A man's coming in to clean. I don't want to see anything. And as I walked in, I saw a little girl standing in the corner like this. It's midnight. She's standing in the corner, unattended, like this. Now, I watched a lot of horror movies, and I know this is not a situation I want to be in. Like, I'm the character in the movie that dies like in the first 5 minutes just to up the body count. But me being the idiot I am, I go, hi, are you okay? And she just slowly turns around. We're playing. Who the fuck is we? Because I'm not playing with the bitch. There's, like, as far as I know, she's possessed, and there's nothing in the job description that says you have to exorcise a demon out of a 5-year-old at midnight. Good luck. Like, I'm not equipped for that. I'm not paid enough. It was terrifying. And I left, and as far as I know, she's still there. And I'm not going to go back. But I also worked at the Paul McCartney concert that came through a few years back in Missoula. Did anyone here go to that? Oh, that's unfortunate. I saw some shit there. Literally and figuratively, I saw some shit there. Like, everybody there decided to play the game of how much poop can we put in a toilet before flushing it. And let me just spoiler alert, it's always too much. It's always too much. Just flush it. I don't know why you're doing that. A human being has to go clean it up. And we had radios to get calls if something needed to be done. And I clock in, I get my radio on, and someone goes, Zach. And I pull it up and I go, yes. And they go, well, a woman bled all over the women's bathroom, so you need to go clean it up. And that's all the information I got. Now, what apparently happened was a drunk woman walked into the bathroom, tripped and hit her head on the sink. And instead of going, oh, I'm bleeding and I need medical attention, I think I'll leave now, she instead went about her business, stumbling around the bathroom, spewing blood on as many surfaces as possible before she left. And as she walks out, she's just covered in blood, and she's like, I made a mess. And then I get to go and clean it up. But I didn't know that. So I walked in, and it looked like a period gone wrong as far as I was concerned. And I just went, this happens once a month. It was disgusting. And I had to clean that up. And it was the end of the night, and I got call after call after call like that. And I was tired, and Paul McCartney was on his, like, third encore, and I was just like, shut the fuck up, Paul, you're done. Nobody cares anymore. Like, where are the rest of the Beatles? And this girl was walking up to me, and I could tell she was going to ask me to do something I didn't want to do, which was my job. And sure enough, she came up to me, and she said, so the girls' bathroom's a little dirty, so you probably should go fix that. Now, I don't know what possessed me to do what I did next, but I looked her right in the eyes, and I went, no English. Let's get one thing straight. I'm the whitest person in this room. Like, there's no way I don't speak English. But she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Hablo español? Hablo español? Now she's speaking Spanish to me, and I'm in even a deeper hole because I don't speak Spanish. And she says, taco, burrito, or whatever she says. I don't speak Spanish. And then she's looking at me expectantly, hoping she broke through the janitor. And I just went, not that either. Anyways, I'm Zack Jarvis. Thank you guys so much.